dishwasher, so I figured I would just go live, show you how I do it before I change out my work clothes or anything. So let me flip this around. So each dishwasher will be a little bit different. Mine is really old. It's surprising that it still works, but there's this little thing up here that can get buildup under it and really nasty. But the main thing that I'm gonna show you is this filter that's back here. You can see like it's all nasty looking, starting to have like mold and mildew grow in there. So this one, mine like pops up, but a lot of them like twist out, but this is the part that you need to clean regularly in order for your dishwasher to properly work. So if you've noticed that like your cups are not getting as clean or whatever, that's usually a sign that it needs to be cleaned. So I try to do it like once a month. Some people do it more often. I mean, the more often the better, but realistically, like who's doing it that often? So anyways, I'm gonna take this out to get it out of the way. And then I have a shop vac over here. If you have a shop vac, I highly recommend using one because it's just easier. But you don't have to have one. If you don't have a shop vac, you can use like paper towels, rags, whatever to soak up, because once you pop that off, it's gonna have a whole bunch of like standing water and all the grossness in there. So this is just the easier way to do it. And then I also have a cleaner. This is just an all-purpose cleaner. And then I have just some white vinegar because I always like throw like a cup of this in there after it's all clean and just let it run empty. So, all right, so the first step is I have this little screwdriver that I use to help me pop these little things off. Because like I said, some of them, they just like unscrew, so it's a lot easier. But here's this top one. It's a little dirty, but not too bad. And then I'll pop this one off. So yeah, that's the bottom. You can see all that nastiness growing in there. And then you can see back there, it's like brown and gross. It's nasty. So this is like where everything kind of just like builds up down there. And so this is the part that you really want to clean. So that way it runs better. It'll make your dishwasher last longer and get your dishes cleaner and all that. So first I'm gonna suck out all that. So this is gonna be loud, I'm sorry. Sucked out all that extra water, and I'm just going to spray it with this cleaner. And I spray just like the walls, this part, down in this one filter part. Just give it all a good spray. Also make sure to check the holes on like this little spinny part. This is where the water shoots up, and sometimes it'll have chunks of stuff in there. So if you do see any chunks, just make sure to pull them out so that way they work better. So I'm gonna scrub these pieces in my sink real quick while that soaks a little. If you've never cleaned the filter in your dishwasher, definitely do it and let me know how disgusting it is. Because a lot of people don't know that you should be cleaning that part. And if it's never been done, it'll be really gross. And actually, whenever I moved into this house, I didn't know that this front filter part thingy could be taken off, and I'm not even kidding. It had like, it was fully packed full of just, I don't even know what, it was so gross. And that's like where all the like steam and condensation comes out. So yeah, it was nasty. Really, really nasty. So So I don't think the people that lived here before ever cleaned it out based off of how disgusting it was. So it's truly a miracle that this dishwasher even works, because it is also old. Okay, so then I'm just gonna take my sponge and I'm just gonna scrub everything down real quick. Let's look at that. Disgusting. Take some of this water, soapy water, and pour it down in there, because then I'm just gonna vacuum that out again. One more time, just to give that a good rinse down in that gross asshole. That you would like me to show you how to clean, I definitely can. Just as I need to like do it in my own house, I can show you. Because this definitely needed to be done. So I'm just gonna get the majority of this soap and stuff out of here. Because obviously you don't want to run your dishwasher with like dish soap, regular dish soap. It'll get way too bubbly.
Is much better, much better. So then all you have to do is just pop all your pieces back in. Like I said, some of them screw in. Mine has like this little tab right here, and then it only goes in one way. So you just have to put the tab in there and then just press down, and then it's like locked into place. And then same thing with this, it just clips into place and only goes one way. So then, now that that's all better, I'm gonna put about a cup of vinegar in the bottom of this, roughly. Don't really measure it out. And then put the drawer back in. And then I'm gonna run it just completely empty. And then also just wipe down the outside of it, because why not, since we're already cleaning it. So just, I'll let it run on empty, and then once that's done, then you can just go back to using it as normal. So yeah, I recommend doing this about once a month. More often is obviously better, but I feel like once a month is a good amount of time to just keep your dishwasher running better, get your dishes cleaner, makes it last longer, all that. And if you have any questions, let me know. And I guess that's it. So I'm gonna start this. My dishwasher is hella loud because it's so old. So I'm gonna wait to start it until this is off. But thank you so much. Bye. If I can figure out how to even end this.